Hey everyone, welcome back to Soul Health. Today we're diving into one of the 7 pillars, which is often overlooked for overall health. We're going to be taking a look at financial health, specifically how to make a budgeting routine each time you get a paycheck. First off, let's talk about budgeting. Budgeting isn't just about restricting yourself, it's about understanding where your money goes and making it work for you. With a solid budgeting routine in place, you can achieve financial goals, avoid unnecessary stress, and save for the future. The key benefits of budgeting are that it helps you prioritize your spending, it helps you manage your debt, and it helps you prepare for emergencies. So let's get started on creating this routine. First things first, grab a pen and paper or your favorite budgeting app, and let's go through step by step how to budget your paycheck. So step 1 is to calculate your net income. This is what is left after taxes and deductions. This is the amount that you're going to base your budget on. Next, list out your fixed payments, things like rent, utilities, insurance, and any loan payments. These are the things that stay the same each month. Then list out your variable expenses, so things like eating out, groceries, entertainment. These are the things that can change from month to month, so it's important to track them. Step 4 is to set financial goals. Are you saving for a vacation, for a new car, or are you just building your emergency fund? Define these goals and how much you need to save each month. Now you're going to create your budgeting plan. So plug in your net income next to your expenses and your goals. Remember, the goal is that your expenses shouldn't exceed your income. Finally, you'll want to track your spending throughout the months. This will help you to stay on top of your budget and to make adjustments as needed. Some quick tips for successful budgeting. Use budgeting apps. Apps like Mint or YNAB can really help you automate and track your budget. Review your budget regularly. Check in at least once a week to see how you're doing. Adjust as needed. Life changes and so should your budget. Be flexible and adjust when necessary. Also, some common mistakes to avoid. Not accounting for all purchases. Those subscriptions that just seem to happen, a quick stop for a drink, even small purchases can add up quickly. But also, being too rigid. Allow yourself some flexibility for unexpected expenses. And finally, failing to set realistic goals. Be realistic with your savings and spending goals for what you can actually do. Don't try to overestimate or underestimate yourself. Another key to budgeting is to work with percentages. That way, the plan works no matter how much you make. Here's a rule of thumb. For each paycheck, put 10% aside for tithing or giving, either to your church or to charity. 10% is yours to keep. Put 10% aside for your emergency fund, and then after that's built up for other savings. Put 20% aside for investing in assets. In this day and age, it is important to have your money working for you and to put it in things that will grow and multiply your money. And then the rest is yours to spend wisely or spend on expenses. And if you're keeping up, that's 60%. If you're just starting out, it'll take some time to adjust to those percentages. Just start slow and see where you can adjust things. Can you take away some expenses? Can you add some assets? Can you increase your savings? Just tweak things little by little, and you'll eventually end up making your budget work for you. One great mindset shift that I had to make for myself was, instead of saying I can't afford it, was asking myself, how can I afford it? This led me to brainstorming how I could add additional streams of income into our household. It wasn't until I began to realize that most, if not all, wealthy people have multiple streams of income that I began to focus on what I could add and consequently what I could contribute instead of what I lacked. Sometimes all it takes is a mental shift and a different mindset. Finances is as much a mental game as it is a numbers game. And that's why it relates so closely with your mental health and with your health overall. Many times people will ignore it because it feels hard to focus on what you don't have, but ignoring something rarely ever fixes it or makes it better. Allowing yourself some headspace to brainstorm with it and some grace to not be perfect allows you to come up with ideas that you probably wouldn't have thought of otherwise. So go ahead, get out your budgeting tools and a journal side by side to write down where you are and where you want to be, and think about or dream up a path to get there. But write down some things no matter how far off they seem. Sometimes it's that one idea that can inspire you and get you motivated to get up and to get moving, or that can spur other ideas that will do the same. Keeping up with your financial plans will positively affect your mental, emotional, and physical health. Don't forget to include your financial plans in your overall wellness plans as well. Well, that's it for today. Until next time, happy health, friends.